I have a shed in the back of my property that I wanted to power with electricity. So I decided to make that the location for my solar panel project. The problem being, as you can see, is that the shed is surrounded by trees and there's a lot of shade. Therefore, I had to move the panels away from the shed into a more sunlit area. Another problem that I had to encounter was that between the shed and the solar panels, I have a garden. Right now it's winter time and it's kind of a mess, but normally I have vegetables growing there, and obviously I have to run a cable from the solar panels to the shed, and I was afraid to put them underground because I would be afraid that I might accidentally hit it with the cultivator and create a short. So I decided to make an aerial connection to the solar panels. Okay, you're looking at the back of the solar panels on a platform that I built, and you can see the cable running to a mast that I built in the back of the shed. There's the pipe that I use to make a mast, and I have a cable running that I have the it's an 8 gauge UV wire, which is designed to run outside, either underground or in the air, and it's resistant to weather and light rays. And I have that going to the mast, and then I have a combiner box right here where I combined the 6 Harbor Freight panels. You're looking at the underneath of the Harbor Freight. There's 2 kits here, 6 panels in total, and you can see they're all connected into the combiner box, which I used a PVC, an 8x8x8 PVC box that I ran weatherproof connectors, and I have 2 studs in there, stud posts, where I mounted the positive and negative ring connectors, and it's running into a 8 gauge UV cable. You can see the cable going up into the mast. From here you can see the back of the shed, and the cable is running into a PVC conduit that I have connected to the back of the shed. Okay, we're now inside the shed, and in the back of the shed I have a like a work table. It's kind of a mess right now. I got a lot of junk on there, and I got to kind of straighten it out a little bit more. But and I made a little bracket shelf on the wall of the shed where I put my Harbor Freight solar controller and my DC inverter, and then I have 2 batteries on the table right now that I have the solar controller charging up. And I also have what I did was, another reason why I needed to have light inside the shed, so I have my 2 Harbor Freight fluorescent light bulbs used to light up the work area. I'm going to shut the door to the shed so you can see the fluorescence a little bit better. Okay, now I have the door to the shed closed because it is daytime, and we're just running strictly on the 2 5-watt fluorescent bulbs that come with the Harbor Freight kit, and you can see the LED screens on the solar controller and the inverter. One of the reasons I wanted to run power into my shed was to have power to run tools and have a grinder and some other tools in the shed without having to run extension cords. So that was what I wanted to do. Unfortunately, I had originally bought a 400 watt inverter, and I found out that that wasn't strong enough to power most power tools. So what I had to do, I had to upgrade to a 1500 watt to 3000 watt Cobra inverter that I bought for about $100 on eBay, and it's a really nice unit. Now I can run just about all my tools. Actually, I could run all my tools. The only thing that I might have problems with is I have a power miter saw that still might be require too much amperage for the inverter that I have here. But otherwise, I can power just about anything with that 3000 inverter. And here's a little bit closer up of the two batteries that I have hooked up presently. Another cool thing that I wanted to show you was I hooked up a outside spotlight on the front of this shed that I wanted to be able to run off of the 12-volt system. And you're looking right now at a switch. It's a regular household light switch, and I ran 14 gauge wire all the way back to the batteries, and I have them on alligator clips, and then I ran the line all the way to the switch, and then there's the line that goes out to the outdoor spotlight. Now you're looking at the spotlight from the outside of the shed, and it's a 12 volt 10 watt weatherproof spotlight that I bought on eBay, and it was about 20 bucks, and it's really nice. It has the strength of about a 100 watt tungsten bulb, so it's pretty for 10 watts. It's pretty powerful. It does the trick, and it's weatherproof. And the only problem, I would have liked to be able to put it on an automatic dimmer, but it's hard to find 12 volt dimmers that are outdoor and weatherproof. So for now, I just have it on the switch that I showed you before. And last of all, I wanted to show you a frontal view of the two Harbor Freight kits that I have on the other side of the garden. Here's the garden area here. Right now it's winter time, so it's a mess with leaves and everything, but there it is. And as you can see, it's a fairly sunny area. That was about as sunny as I could get this close to the shed. And but I am able to average about 15 at least 15 volts going into the shed. Maybe in the summer I'll probably increase a lot because of the angle of the sun and everything. So anyway, that's that, and that's my my first solar project, Harbor Freight.